The number one enemy that most people have when it comes to becoming successful in a business is that they just have this fear of failure. And there are a few types of people who who dream of making more money. There's different types of people. You know, from my years on this planet, since I've been a business owner, I'll run into people who talk a good game about wanting to be in business, but they never start a business. They never invest in a business. They'll play the lottery like hell. They'll gamble on the lottery. They'll go and spend, $1,000 at the slot machine or at the casino, but they'll never place a bet on themselves to go into business. Like they will legitimately never do it. Then you had the people who will invest money into a business, but they're really not investing money to make the business successful. They think they are, but they're really just making themselves feel good that they put some money on the line. And soon as they put the money on the line, everything that they do with their body and their mental, what they do mentally, is to make the business not work. They don't think that they're doing it. They don't even consciously know that they're doing it. But the way that they do it is that they constantly do things that hurt them from becoming successful in the business. What are some of the things that hurt people, those people, from becoming successful in their business? Is that when ideas come their way, they attach those ideas onto things that they've done in the past, the feelings. So if someone says, "Oh, you have this business, you need to generate more leads for your business because you need customers," right? They go into what makes them feel comfortable, and what usually makes people feel comfortable is what they've seen everybody else do. Even though they don't know the details about what those people did, anything similar to what makes them feel good because those other people did it, or because of some other feeling in the past about something else that they did, that's what they'll push forward. And some people can slowly become successful that way. I'm talking about slowly. It's like they fight against themselves. Like they're becoming successful, but they're pulling themselves back with a rock. I was actually that way when I first started my first company in 1990. I had this fear of getting on the phone to call people, which were local businesses, to advertise. Like I had this fear. The way I overcame that fear was I replaced my fear with pictures of my children. That I'm just telling you how I did it. And I always feel good about seeing my children. I always feel good about wanting to make a great life for my children. I always felt good about the future for my children. And that every time I thought about that, it lowered my fear of making those cold calls. Because you think about it, these business owners didn't know nothing about me, nothing about a business. So you got to convince this individual to try to at least talk to you about your opportunity. That could be very difficult. And what tends to happen in people's mind is you call once, they no, call again, no, call again, no. What do you think happens in the human body when you start to even get ready to call someone else again after you done had people hang up, no, I don't care, this, that, don't call me back? What do you think happens to the human mind and body when you get ready to make that next call? Is that you have that feeling, and that feeling makes you revert back to, I don't think I want to do it because I don't feel good about doing it. That's what happens. And so you want to succeed, but you're subconsciously pulling yourself back so you can get back to that good feeling. And what I did is I replaced the feelings with something that was projecting what I wanted for my children, what I wanted for my family. And I got over it. And I just did it more and more and more. And I found out that the more I did it, the more success that I had. And I also would listen to, this was way back in the 90s, I had a Les Brown VHS tape, the motivational speaker, Les Brown. This is when he was first getting started. And my wife and I would pop that in the morning. And so we in a way, what we were doing is we were retraining our brain to say, you feel good about doing this stuff every day. And it was just over and over and over and over and over again, like a record. So I look at a picture of my children, watch and listen to Les Brown. And all of a sudden, the feeling of making those calls, the feelings of walking into stores to try to, sell them our advertising opportunity, I didn't even, at some point, it was just like I would just do it. I had no feeling. I didn't even care. You say no, fine. You say yes, great. But I didn't have that subconscious feeling that was pulling me back. And so that was one. There's many of these obstacles that we go through, but that was one that I was able to chop off, and then that business really started to take off. And so for you, what do you think is actually holding you back? Because a lot of times people will invest money. All you got to do is look at your computer, the hard drive, the courses, all of the different things that you've bought, and you will be able to see what type of personality you have. Are you the one that never buys anything and gets in anything? Or are you the one that will invest, but then you don't invest your time and energy into making it work, whatever that business is, that you just feel good about investing? Like you got all of these programs, and they call it the shiny object, where Amazon business and eBay business and buying and selling real estate and what do they call it? Bird dogging, where you go and try to find deals and give them to investors, or you become an advertising agency selling people local businesses, Facebook ad, all of that stuff. You'll put money into it, you'll get the training, and then you won't do nothing with it. Or you'll try to do some stuff with it. As soon as you run into problems, you withdraw. But I don't have to tell you that. All you got to do is look on your computer. That's your library. That's your library. Look on the computer. Right here, I have a library right here. And there was a whole bunch of books that I had never went through, and some that I did go through. And then what I started to, when I really understood what I'm teaching you in this video, what I'm sharing with you in this video, is I would go back into those books and I'd be like, I don't need to go out and get something else. Let me go and look at what I got, and then let me apply what I got from this information and see if it works. That's really, like, if you want to know the secret on success, is to apply things. When you pay your money to get into something, you apply it fully 100%. And then some of the times, the next step, where I said that there's different obstacles, one of the steps or one of the obstacles that could come your way, and when you find out this, when you deal with this, the quicker you deal with this, the faster you'll become successful, is you got to find out if you're a creator type person, or are you the labor type person. Because if you're the creator type person, that means that you need to just put all of the people in place to do all of the work. I built my fastest growing company to $4 million a year was when I invested, put all the people in place. They did the work. All I did is sign off on stuff. That company went from zero in 2019 to the first year close to $1 million, second year $2 million, third year $3 million, now over $4 million a year, $4 million a year, and growing. And all I do is sign off on stuff. All of the people are in place now. They're very good, highly paid people, but I didn't start off being able to afford highly paid people, but I did have to start off being willing to pay the people that were in place when I first started more money than I had ever paid any other employees on an hourly basis. So you got to figure out, are you the creator type person? I'm the creator type person. That means that I come up with the ideas, get the people in place, they do the work. When I do that, business take off. Business will take off. Or are you the labor type person? If you're a labor type person, you need to get people in place that will run the business part, that will take care of all of that stuff, so you can do your labor part. I see this a lot. I don't know who it was, but there was an artist, and when we went down to Florida, they're selling. This artist is making all these different statues and pictures and stuff, selling them for 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, $300,000. He does the labor stuff, but he has a team that does all of the other stuff. And it could be the reverse. Maybe you're the team person, the creator person. You tell people what you want put in place, and then you have to build a team, and they do all of that work. But once you find out where you're at in that equation, then you can start to make your investments the right way, because you'll know, I can't do all of this work. It'll also let you know that you shouldn't do the business. Like, if you don't have the money legitimately to do it, or you can't find the money legitimately to do it, then you won't waste your money doing it. Like, one of the things that people love about dealing with me is I'm like the don't waste your money person. Like, I'm going to tell you, don't waste your money in this, not because I don't want you to be successful. I'm telling you, don't waste your money in it, because you're going at it. Your personality won't even allow you to be successful in that business. It just won't even be able to allow you to be successful in that business, because your personality doesn't fit what you're willing to do for that business. When I did that for my businesses, found out that I'm the creator. My wife is like the detail-oriented labor part, even though we hired people to do the labor part, but she was detailed on how to get the right people for the labor part. I was the creator, like, hey, I'm the risk taker. Let's do this. Let's invest the money. Let's get this stuff going. She was piecing stuff together, saying, well, you got to have this in place. You got to have this in place. You got to have that in place. Once that all hit, off and running. I have multiple companies where I don't even have to come in if I didn't want to. I love coming in because that's just what I love to do, but they run on their own. They run on their own because I'm the creator type person, and I get the people. That goes for my credit company, my debt company, my AI software company, all of those, medical company, all of those have people in place that do the labor work. I'm the creator. I say, I want it done this way. They do it. When I did that, it just took off. So where are you at? Where are you at with your business? Where are you at with your business? Because this is the stuff that people don't tell you about, because they don't believe that you would want to even think about it, that it's not important. They'll just sell you stuff. Do this funnel, do that funnel. All of that stuff is what you're going to need. But if you're not the type of person that's going to even be able to drive that type of vehicle, you're getting into the wrong vehicle to even go anywhere. It's not going to work for you. So feel good about yourself. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams with Making Money with Stephen A. Williams here on YouTube. Thank you. Post your questions and comments too.